Hello, welcome to Wide Open Wednesday. And this is a big one because you've probably heard all the hype. Today is the full moon, the supermoon, the blue moon, and the blood moon because there's a full lunar eclipse for many parts of the world. I think where we are, it will actually just turn red, which is more apt for the term blood moon. It is occurring in Leo, so understand that, that has to do a lot with self-expression, loyalty, some ego pictures, and yeah, it's just going to be a pretty a pretty interesting time there. So anyway, we're going to get into it using the Enchanted map oracle cards. As you know, or maybe you don't know, full moons are a great time for completion. They are completion of things that we started 6 months ago. They are completion of things that we've been working on. It's just about finishing and about attaining, about receiving. So all of those things. And then it's interesting because earlier today I was doing a reading and the double-edged sword of compassion came up, and it ties into the energies of this moon. And the way it ties in is this, is like when you are super compassionate and you have the ability to understand where people are, understand that they're going through their own things, and you have compassion for them, which allows you to forgive. But when you go too far, then compassion taken too far becomes self-sacrifice and allows people to get in and manipulate you on that compassion energy. So there's a real fine line, a real double-edged sword there, where you want enough compassion that you can hold space and forgive and have mercy and heal yourself, but not so much that things can go seriously awry. So the other aspect that's coming into play in this whole cycle thing is Aquarius and the way that Leo and Aquarius interact. And in that regard, you have to understand that on one hand, some of you will experience this very much as being forced to look at your ego side, being forced to look at where you believe people should adore you or have loyalty to you or love you because of who you are, not from the inside, but who you are in terms of roles and places in society, titles, that kind of thing. And Aquarius or the other side is going to experience it as having to understand that you are more than just the wholeness of humanity, that you are self, and that you have to be able to draw the bounds of with what's appropriate in terms of service and sacrifice and things, and how to take care of yourself. So two very different sides of the same energy. Big moon. I don't usually talk that in depth on the moon. I usually let the cards do the talking, but I know with all the hype in the media that a lot of you are going to be wondering about those things. And blue moon simply means that it's the second full moon of the month. So in that way, it's kind of exciting because it double amplifies the ability to receive and complete things. And it's a super moon because it's one of the times that the moon is closer to the earth in many years. So, all right, let's get into it using again the Enchanted Map Oracle cards by Colette Baron-Reid, as I do for the Wide Open Wednesdays. And we're going to look first at the energies that we just came out of, because they do influence where we are now. And the energies we just came out of were at the quarter moon over the weekend. A lot of really just deliberate sorting and releasing and preparation work. So, I'm sorry, not the quarter moon, the waxing gibbous moon. just a lot of preparation. So, all right. So the first card for that, and the card for this full moon, Supermoon-BloodMoon eclipse, and where we are headed to the waxing gibbous moon. All right. And where we were, well, all of my words are just a little backwards. Sorry about that. Where we were was the waxing gibbous moon, the nearly full moon. We are in the full moon, and we are headed for post full moon when things wane a little bit, but still look pretty full. And into beyond that to the third quarter moon. So, but here we are. What we just came out of is cleaning house. Very interesting to me that this is the number 37, which I'm pretty sure, using the wisdom of the Oracle deck on Monday, was the same card as the Neverending Story. But anyway, tuning into this cleaning house, like I said, it was a time of sorting. It was a time of getting rid of. It was a time of just really deliberately knowing what you were focusing on and what no longer served you. Cleaning out the closets, cleaning out the junk, whether it's on an emotional level, a mental level, physical level in your house. All of those things, you should probably recognize that energy. It really felt to me like the calm and the stillness and quiet. It was very, at least that's how I experienced it, was very, very still. And there was a lot of room to really then engage and look and focus on, okay, what do I want? What's working? What am I enjoying? What do I not want? What do I want to reset? What do I want to get rid of? So it's always good to kind of take stock of those things, and that's just where we were coming from. So, and right now we have listening. I find it very interesting that this is upside down. That doesn't usually happen. And I see where this is really using your discernment. This is really being able to hear not only the stories and the things that are being presented to you, but hearing the subtext and the context and all of the surrounding notes and understanding really how it comes together and what's really being said. So being able to listen with your whole self, your ears for certain, your heart for certain, but also the discernment in your mind so that you can tell how much truth is in it and how much reality is in it and what resonates for you. But it's also about really listening in communication with what people are saying. Yeah, it's really just about the discernment and being present and hearing and listening, and then being able to apply that to where you are. So, yeah, just being quiet within yourself, but paying attention to what people are saying. And in terms of this full moon, you know, it's really, it is about I see it being more about that side of knowing yourself as separate from the whole of humanity, but also within it, so that you are making your choices based on things that are right for you through listening to what others are saying and what they're trying to communicate is right for them or right for the whole, and really walking that edge. So, and then moving into the dragon's lair, and again this one was also upside down, so pretty interesting that looking at where we are moving into, and you may have to actually fight some of those battles of where you stop letting people manipulate you and start fighting those battles of holding your boundaries and what's appropriate for you, and really, you know, fighting the battles for what's important to you. And it doesn't mean you have to get all aggressive and go charging in and demanding things, but it's more, I see it more as the defensive, having your sword at the ready, and when somebody comes in with an attack, you being able to defend your boundaries and really know what is worth defending. Know that you are worth defending. Know that your positions and your boundaries are worth defending. That it's important to be able to hold those. When they start wobbling all over the place, that's pretty much that side of people being able to use your compassion to manipulate you, and those kinds of things, or people being able to use whatever words and trickery they can to get you to move away from your boundaries or compromise them. And sometimes compromise is necessary for, to maintain the wholeness of the unit, but too much compromise, too much just means that you've sacrificed yourself for nothing, because you're not ultimately able to help anybody if you've compromised your own boundaries. You're no longer safe and whole and able to participate. So a lot of information, and I hope some clarity, but really just to sum it up, we just moved from the period of really sorting and cleaning house on a physical and internal level, and now we're being asked to be able to discern on an emotional, mental level, things that are going on in the now, how you relate to other people, what's being said, and really hear it and apply your discernment, and then be able to hold your boundaries for what's right for you. Being able to stand up and say, look, I have compassion for you, I understand, but this is what's right for me, and that's the boundary I'm going to hold. So that's the reading for today, Wide Open Wednesday, and I hope you have a blessed 10 days. This is a 10-day reading. We'll see you for the next Wide Open Wednesday in a week. And if you want to tune in for a daily reflection, you can do that nearly every day. So take care, be blessed. We'll see you next time.